If you're seeing this video, you know it's a follow-up to my previous video, the #1 marketing opportunity in your practice, videos. In the previous video, I outlined numerous reasons why I believe creating videos is your #1 marketing opportunity because they are the best way that you can create trust with your patients outside of meeting them face to face. Like I mentioned in that video, in my opinion, the #1 goal of all your marketing is to create trust with your patients. I talked about how I help you create those videos that showcase your expertise that helps you build that trust with your patients. In this video, I'm going to show you how I can take those videos that we film and run them as ads on Facebook to get more patients into your practice. It allows you to take a very specific message and put it in front of a specific audience. Like I mentioned in that previous video, the most successful marketing is a specific message to a specific audience. Here's something that we can help you with, and these are the people that are having that current problem. I see you, I understand you, most importantly, I can help you. Now I know you get pitched by marketing companies all the time that say they can do 100 things for you, but that's not me. I focus on 2 specific things. I help you showcase your expertise by creating those videos. For many doctors I talk with, those videos are all they need because they have enough patients. But for others, they want more business. So the second thing I do is I run these videos as ads on Facebook to attract more patients. In this video, I'm going to outline the best benefits you get from Facebook ads. It's my belief that Facebook ads are the very best advertising money you can spend, and I'm going to share why. If you do any type of paid advertising right now, like magazine ads, billboards, radio ads, or TV ads, then I'm going to share with you why I think you should also consider investing in Facebook ads. Combining these 2 things with your existing marketing will give you an unbeatable combo for attracting patients. Or maybe you don't do any advertising at all. If that's the case, then I strongly believe Facebook ads should get your consideration. These videos are marketing that create trust. Then I turn that marketing into advertising through Facebook ads, which helps amplify that trust. Why I love Facebook ads, and you should too. #1, they're very inexpensive. It costs less than a penny to put your ad in front of a potential patient, and the leads that we generate in these ads usually cost anywhere from $2.50 to $10 per lead. This means you're getting higher returns on your advertising spend because you're spending less money to acquire each patient. #2, quicker patient delivery. You can start getting patients in your practice from these ads in weeks, sometimes even days. Other forms of advertising may take months, sometimes even years to start generating those patients. #3, numbers are the language of business. Every single ad that's run on Facebook has a dashboard of data that updates in real time that shows the health and performance of the ad. So we can ask, what are the numbers? How many people saw our ad? How many people clicked on our ad? How many people clicked through the ad to go to our website? How many people watched the ad? What was the cost per click? What was the cost per lead? All of these questions create clarity and transparency, which allow us to answer one very simple question. Is the ad working? Is it making money? There's no other form of advertising that gives you this level of clarity. #4, there are absolutely no long-term contracts. Unlike traditional media, which sometimes needs monthly, quarterly, and some even annual contracts, you don't need that on Facebook. You can run an ad for a year, you can run it for a month, you can run it for a day. It's entirely up to you. No contracts allow you to have 3 specific offers going at once if you want. Evergreen offers that are always running in the background, seasonal offers, which may run for a month or 2 months, and then quick offers that maybe run just for 1 week. In my opinion, the smartest strategy is to have your core offers always running and always getting results in the background, and then have some secondary offers that are constantly updated. Maybe you have a spring sale, maybe you have a fall sale, maybe every month you have different offers, but have the ones that are always running, and then have the ones that we constantly change and we switch out. The great thing about not being locked into contracts is it allows you to get more creative with your offers. You don't have to have one specific offer because you know you can't change it for the next couple months. You can change it as many times as you want. #5, your money-making faucet. These ads are a money-making faucet for your practice because we can turn them on or off whenever you want. Side note on this, I want to share with you one of the most profound things I've ever heard, and it was told to me by a couple of my mentors. Now, the craziest thing is they don't know each other, but they all said a variation of the same thing. You are one ad away from changing your entire life forever. I bring this up because whenever I think of the faucet concept, I'm reminded of it. Whenever business slows down, and every business slows down at some point, I want you to remember this as a beacon of hope. This faucet, turning ads on and off, could be you are one ad away from changing your life forever. So whenever things get tough, whenever things slow down, and we've all been there, and we'll all be there at some point again, just remember the faucet, turn it on and off. If things are slow, crank it up. #6, immediate execution. You don't have to wait around to run offers. Let's say you have a new product or service that you want to talk about. You can run it immediately. If you're advertising on a billboard or a magazine, To update that to a new offer usually takes weeks, if not months, sometimes even quarters. Our Facebook ads will be generating business for you well before those other ones are even updated. The ability to shorten your marketing workflow cycle cannot be understated. One of my favorite expressions in business is speed to execution, and that's what this is. From when you think of a new offer, or you get a new product or a new service or even a new procedure roll out to when we start advertising can be same day. The quicker you can turn an ad on, the quicker you can start reviewing the results and making money off of it. Number 7, marketing laboratory. The beauty of that data that I mentioned earlier and immediate execution on rolling new campaigns out is it allows us to test in real time to see which ads perform best. Once a clear winner emerges, you get rid of all the ones that don't work and you pour jet fuel on the one that does work. Traditional media doesn't allow you to do this. You only have one ad or one offer per space. I want you to think of attracting patients through advertising like fishing. Traditional media, you have one offer, that's one line in the water with one type of bait. But with this strategy, we can have 10 lines in the water and test those out in a couple days and see which one works best. This single strategy alone, testing multiple offers at once to see which one works best, has the potential to save businesses tens of thousands of dollars every year in advertising ways. The reason being is you know what works and you know what doesn't work, so you're going to only focus on what works. Most businesses just put money into ads. They don't test it. They don't experiment with different headlines, different videos, and they just think, well, we got our results from that and it's good enough. The biggest companies, like publishing companies, they run 20, 30, 40, 50 offers at once in a very short amount of time to see what works best. Then they go all in on what works. It saves you waste, but more importantly, it gives you a better ROI on your advertising spend. Number 8, all fortune is in the follow-up. Retargeting on Facebook allows you to take an ad that you had, segment the people that saw the ad, and send more ads to them. So it allows you to follow them around on Facebook and give them more ads. You can even explicitly call it out in the ad. Let's say you're a dermatologist that has an ad for some acne solutions. You can run another ad to someone who already saw your ad and say, are you still struggling with acne? The reason this is so powerful is it's been estimated that only 2% of people buy the first time they see an ad or they see a sales message. That means 98% of people will never buy it because most people do not follow up with it. This is a very small percentage. And if we're talking about your industry, plastic surgery, dermatology, dentists, ophthalmologists, bariatric surgeons, these are very, very high emotion type businesses. This isn't something where someone just sees an ad and says, I think I'll get plastic surgery. You have to follow up. All of the money is in the follow-up. So by running an ad and retargeting these people, it allows you to follow them around and continually give them more information that will ultimately convince them to make the decision. So you have to be talking to this percentage, the ones that will never take action the first time they see it. I want to talk about this more in particular because this is so powerful. The majority of money made in business is in the follow-up. That's what makes these ads so powerful. In my opinion, number 8 is the most powerful, aside from the next one, the most powerful feature here. Stalking people around, continually putting ads in front of them to remind them, to create urgency, to give them information that caters to their selfish desires is so powerful. You can't do it anywhere else. If it's a traditional media like a billboard, all you're hoping is that the person that drives on their route to work is going to see that billboard and they're going to see it and they're going to say, it doesn't really work that way. Whereas this, you know exactly who saw your ad, who engaged the ad, who watched the video. Let's say this person watched 80% of the video. Listen, if someone watched 80% of this video, it's a pretty high likelihood that they're interested in it. We got to continue retargeting them and we got to keep following them around. Now just think, when was the last time you bought something the very first time you saw an ad? This pen I thought about for a month and somehow the phone's listening to me. I kept getting ads about this pen because I mentioned it a couple times. People do not rush into purchasing things. You can go into any store, even store with cheap stuff. What's the immediate reaction when a salesperson comes over? I'm just looking. I'm just looking. So you have to follow up. This reaction is either conscious or subconscious, and it happens because of 2 reasons. The first is distrust. They've been ripped off before. They've wasted a lot of money. The majority of money they spend, they probably aren't happy with. They look around their house. There's all kinds of stuff they spent money on that they regret. Shouldn't have bought that. I never hear the end of it from my friends that I bought this and I never use it. Some people even buy bigger houses because they've got so much stuff that they don't use that they regret purchasing, but they need more space. Subconsciously or consciously, they have a high distrust because they think they're going to get ripped off. And this is one of the most important things you'll ever learn in business. The thing about your business is it's ultra high emotion, very expensive, one of the biggest decisions they will make in their entire life. You have to continue giving them information, have to keep giving them ammo that they can give to themselves, emotional and logical. The emotional benefits of it, but also the logical benefits. Let's say you're a bariatric surgeon and you're doing weight loss. Their thing is, I'm not going to spend money on this because I don't have the confidence in myself that I'm going to be able to keep the weight off. You can say, well, we can give you a guarantee of this type of thing because we have this program where we don't just give you the surgery, we give you 6 months on the back end to continue to follow up with you. Now, I know guarantees are touchy, but you can create guarantees. You can say one of our guarantees here is that your initial consultation is 1 hour long. We're going to go through all these things. Our other guarantee is that we have a safety guarantee. Let me take you behind the scenes and show all the safety procedures. It doesn't have to be money back. See, most people think a guarantee is money back. It's very rare about money. It's the emotional and logical side of it. People want to spend money, but they want to feel like they weren't ripped off. The guarantees, all those things that I mentioned earlier, you stack all that up. That allows them to feel confident in their decisions. The second thing is distracted. Now, this is very serious. This is a reaction of, I'm just looking, leave me alone. I'm not doing something the first thing. I need to sleep on it. I need to pray on it. Whatever those things are, and I respect all of it. Everyone has their own decision process. But the second is distracted. Don't think that your ad, when they're scrolling, they're going to be like, oh, this is a great ad. I'm going to save this. I don't expect that in my ads. It never happens in any ads. They're distracted. They put their phone down. Something fell over. They're on their car and they almost hit someone. You have to continue following up because you have to keep getting those reps in. This is so important. And this is probably going to be a third of the video, but I cannot stress it enough. This in your industry is not 2%. It's probably like 0.000001% in your industry of people who are going to call you the first time. You have to continue to follow up. You have to give them a reason why they will not regret it, even if it's a consultation. And then you have to continue to follow up to cut through their distractions. Another reason this retargeting is so powerful is because it allows you to continue the conversation. One mistake a lot of people who run ads make is they run an ad and they run a completely different ad. The ad that you run, the first one, and then the retargeting ads, let's say you run one initial ad and then you have 4 other ads on the back end, so you have 5 total ads directed to a specific person. It's just a flowing conversation. The first thing is you present some general information. Then you follow up with another one. Then you follow up with a patient example. Then you show up with some more information. Then you show up with another thing, say 10 questions you may be considering. These are the most frequently asked questions we get. It's a conversation. You're giving them information. Like I mentioned in that other video, it's a one-way, one-on-one conversation. It's not a random ad here, random ad here. It's, hey, here's what you need to know. Do you struggle with acne? I'm a dermatologist. Here's some programs that I have that can help you. Here's someone that had severe acne. These are the treatments that we gave them. Here's 10 questions that you need to take into consideration. These are the 10 most common, frequently asked questions I get. Are you still struggling with acne? That's the 4th ad. It's a reminder, hey, you clicked on our ad. We know you clicked on our ad, and we're going to send you another one just to remind you of it. And then the final one could say, here's some more information. So it's information, value, 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 value. It's one long flowing conversation. You run an ad, maybe 4 months later, they're still getting ads from you, and then they finally call and say, man, I keep getting all your ads. I appreciate it. I read every single one of them because it's all a different piece of information that will help me out. The second thing that we can do is we run the ads, retarget the people who saw it. We can also upload your existing list of clients based on their name and their email and run ads to them. So, for example, let's say you're a plastic surgeon that has a med spa program and you want to do patient reactivation. I can create an ad, a separate ad from all of this, just to run to your past patients. It could say, hey, we haven't seen you in a while. Come back in. Here's our latest offers. However we want to word it to get those past patients reactivated. That combined with regular emails, at least weekly emails, and we can discuss that too. That's a whole nother conversation we can go through. Those ads And that email will guarantee your past patients never forget about you. It's so effective, and it's something you absolutely need to be doing in the background, is running those ads to your past patients. And number 9, specific ads to the specific audience. Facebook has so many targeting features, it's crazy. I want you to think of these targeting features as the cheat code to all of your advertising. The power of this targeting is it allows you to take a specific message and put it in front of that specific audience. Some of the targeting on the platform includes location, age, gender, and life events. And the reason this is so powerful is because, remember what I said earlier, elite marketing is a specific message delivered to a specific audience. We can craft a specific ad based on products, services, surgery, whatever it may be, and deliver it to a specific audience through that targeting. As a side note, one concept you must remember in all your marketing and your advertising is if you have a specific customer you're trying to help, maybe it's a patient that you helped and you want to use them as a case study to show other people about it, your advertising and your marketing needs to mirror them. So let's say we're talking about a hair loss program that a plastic surgeon offers. Are we talking to women? Are we talking to men? Are we talking to younger people or older people? Let's say you're running a hair loss program to women, and I saw this the other day. I look at the world a little bit differently as a marketer and an advertiser, as I saw a lady, a very attractive lady, sitting, and she had a headband on. And my first reaction was, I wonder if she has a receding hairline. That's a type of ad you could run. Do you wear one of these headbands because you have a receding hairline and you're trying to cover it up? You could run that ad specifically to women. Now, the way that you're going to talk to a man is completely different. Another example is, let's say you're a plastic surgeon and you're talking about breast augmentation surgery. Now, a lot of people say, well, medicine is big, then plastic surgery is smaller, breast augmentation is a segment inside of it. So we've narrowed it down. That's specific enough. You can take it even further. Breast augmentation surgery could be 2 wildly different people. The first could be a 30-year-old lady that is just self-conscious and wishes she has larger breasts. That could be one patient. The other patient could be a 55-year-old lady that just had a mastectomy. Now, those are 2 completely different people. The way that we talk to them and the way that we deliver that ad to that specific audience is going to be very different. The person that just beat cancer and is recovering from that and is ultra self-conscious and is going to get that procedure done is in a totally different mindset and a totally different frame of mind than the 30-year-old lady that I mentioned earlier. This is the power of elite marketing. And this is above all else. That's the cheat code to create massive results with all of this. Ultra specific audience with an ultra specific message. The biggest roadblock to marketing success, and the thing that I think creates so much frustration in business and why most marketing and advertising fails and why it's like you're lighting your advertising money on fire, is because of this right here. This was part 2. This was the Facebook video. Like I mentioned at the end of the previous video, call or text me at 310-774-7311. You name the date and time, I will be there. Whatever time works best for you. All I ask for is 20 minutes of your time to create one of those videos. I think you'll really be impressed with the results, and look forward to hearing from you, look forward to meeting you, and hopefully making a lot of great videos. And I hope you see the benefit in not just the videos, but also the Facebook ads, and look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching.